welcome to the AFL Widebay Footy Show, and it's a big show today. It's the grand final edition, and for that we have a stinger. How good was that? A few of the guys sort of strutting their stuff. So, yeah, welcome along, guys. It's going to be a pretty exciting episode with our first ever live audience. So, bit of a clap in the live audience. Oi. Beauty, that worked well. So yeah, tonight we're obviously going to have a bit of a chat about the prelim final, about the teams that are in the granny for us, and we're going live, so anything could happen. Sorry we're running a little bit late because Nimmo just had to put his face on, so now that the boys are up and running. Obviously we got Griffo here as per usual, and back by popular demand we have Nimmo, but without the flamingo shirt. And also, making our life a bit easier, Jules, presenter, host, she should probably be sitting in my seat, but with the four of us, we should be able to have a bit of a good chat about the weekend coming. It's going to be pretty exciting. So how you going, guys?
Good. G'day, gents.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome back, Nimmo.
Good to be back. I'm so stoked to be here tonight. It's exciting. We're making history. Like, it's the first live show for Widebayitv and the Widebay AFL Footy Show. So it's an exciting night. I'm looking forward to the next hour. It's going to be exciting. And geez, I'll tell you what a big week it's been in football.
Yes, it has been.
What a big week. So yeah, tonight, guys, we're going to have obviously a bit of a discussion about the games that are gone. We've got some grand final memories from the guys on the panel. We've got a couple of good clips going through there. We've got a good bit of street talk. Went around the factory today at work and got the opinions of a few of the boys and how they think this weekend's going to go. And then obviously from Hervey Bay, we've got a couple of guys coming on to have a bit of a chat about this weekend as well. So I reckon, as we always start, Griffo, give us a run through. How'd you get into the big dance, mate? What are you thinking?
Just scraped through, to be honest, mate. Bay Power are really competitive at the footy, and they nearly jumped us in that last quarter. We managed to scrape through by 10 points, and there's a few blokes sitting on the sidelines, a bit sore from the week before, and strategically rested them, thinking good idea to give them the week off in case we got through, and nearly cost us in the end. But no, it was a good game, mate, down there.
I've never heard of a team go into finals resting players being a good idea, but obviously got away with it. So hopefully those couple of extra fresh legs can help you out. Obviously we don't get the pre-finals bye up here. They just flog us right through to the end. So
that's it.
Yeah.
No, a couple of blokes are real sore. I mean, they could have played, but it was one of those, they could really injure themselves if they risked playing. So they had the week off, confident in the playing group, and we were lucky enough to get the win.
So give us a bit of a blow by blow.
First quarter, second quarter,
stuff
like that? Yeah, well, first quarter we started really well. Dominated the game, to be honest. We had a lot of the footy. We just couldn't really convert the way we wanted to. Going forward, I think we kicked 3 behinds in the first quarter. We thought if we kicked straight, it would have been 5 goals to 2. But, second quarter, they came out real competitive at the footy and managed to bring the margin back. And third and fourth quarter was just a slog, really. I don't think there was a goal kicked in the third quarter. It was just back and forth, a couple of points each way. And then the fourth quarter, we were just lucky enough to snag the last 2 goals of the game to win by 10 points because they were up by 2 points, I think, for majority of the last quarter. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, mate, I was a bit nervous there for about 15, 16 minutes. We just couldn't string it together, and we just slowed it down. And there was a couple of messages come from the sideline, and we did that, and it was, worked in our favour. So. Yeah. Young Harry, inside out, check side, mate, running on his left side, right footer, and I don't know how he kicked it, but mate, I was pretty happy when he did. So no, I'm a bit excited, mate. It's good. Well. One more to go. Yeah,
Bay Power, obviously they sort of finished their season off pretty strong, obviously giving you guys a bit of a run, and they started coming into a bit of form towards the end of the year. So good effort, I guess, from the other 2 sides not making it this year. But I guess at the end of the day, the 2 best sides for the entire year in at the last weekend. So it's probably fitting in that respect. So
no, it's good, mate. Thanks.
Yeah. Nims, how about you, mate? Did you pick up any more sort of Instagram followers after the last episode? Or
I had some good feedback from that.
What happened?
Yeah, no, I did make a mistake. I probably should have worn the flamingo shirt because I did get a text from someone saying, "Hey, I just seen you on this big billboard in Brisbane with the flamingo shirt." I thought, it's not me. So anyway, no, it was good. But no, the reserves had a loss on the weekend too. The Waves. Yeah, we did all we could to try and get ourselves over the line, but we were never in the contest. And I think we went down by probably six or seven goals in the end, I think it was. So it was a tough day at the office for the old Waves reserves boys, and I think the problem was we'd sort of half checked out already from the season because we had to wait. So we won our game against Maryborough, and then we were sort of in or out depending on what happened the following week with the Brothers and Power game. So so we sort of were waiting for that game with the expectation that Brothers would probably beat Power, and they didn't. Power got up, so we were sort of half checked out of the season, and all of a sudden it's like you're playing finals and we're like, oh, back on boys, here we go. So but no, we didn't get the job done. Didn't bring the bacon home, but next year's a different season for us. But we'll enjoy Saturday, and we'll get around everyone, so it'll be good.
No, beauty. And the other the 17s, under 17s in the prelim as well, down there at Hervey Bay, got a win for Across the Waves, so they're going to be flying the flag for us this year.
It was a cracking game too. I watched that game.
Yeah. They've been they've got a lot of talent in that squad, so obviously playing Hervey Bay down there in the grand final for them, but we'll be down nice and early and sort of cheering them on, so best of luck to the young fellas. And then Jules, welcome along board.
Thank you.
Yeah, to the panel. So like I said, from Triple M, been doing a fair bit. I was actually out at Ocean Fest last week where you were hosting there and seeing
I feel like every man and their dog was there. It was awesome to see the crowd out and about enjoying it. We had beautiful weather, heaps of seafood. Yeah. And I did spot a couple of Brothers Bulldogs t-shirts around there getting excited for the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that must have been the good luck charm. But yeah, awesome. It's great hearing you guys talk about the grand final, and hopefully the women's season's going to get there soon. I'm certainly stoked. We heard about extending the season, aligning it with the men's in 23, so that's certainly something we're looking forward to, and I'm sure plenty of the women are also going to be enjoying the game this weekend and helping out around the club, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we're all looking forward to aligning all those seasons and getting everyone involved at the same time. It's going to be really, really exciting. So unfortunately, I don't have any drums here for you tonight. After
Why not?
sending the show off at Ocean Fest with a good drum solo, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
But yeah, sort of speaking about obviously grand final this weekend, I thought a fitting way of discussing it would be to go through and get everyone's sort of favourite grand final sort of moments. So I'll start with you, Jules. We'll finish off with me because I've got a few clips coming up.
So I'm an avid St Kilda supporter. And
Unlucky.
in 2010, I know, in 2010 it was a big year. You might remember the infamous draw.
The draw.
At the MCG, and that was my 16th birthday, where I woke up at 4 a.m. to line up for hours at the MCG and watch that draw, and you could hear literally a pin drop when that final siren went, and everyone was kind of just standing around going, this has never happened before. What do we do here? So then someone gets on the microphone and just says, I think we'll see you next week.
Yeah. So
and then I rocked up the following week, and it was, any Collingwood supporters are going to be pretty stoked about that. But one day we can hope.
We do have one in the crowd actually just pumping her fists up behind there. So another big finals campaign for the Pies as well coming up. So
yeah, they're doing pretty
well.
well.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad one. Being there for a bit of history. What about yourself, Nims? Would have been through a few grand finals in the time.
Well, my grand final memory is probably more of a personal memory. So I was 2001 playing for the Burleigh Bombers reserves again. And full forward.
Ultimate Resi.
Ultimate Resi. And full forward, and we'd gone the season undefeated all year and into the first semi-final, and we played Alexandra Hills, and they give us a touch-up. So they got up by a couple of goals, and we met again in the grand final, so we both made it. And in the grand final, I think I kicked 2 goals, 5 as full forward for the day. But it was with probably about a minute to go before the final siren. We're 3 points down, and I got a free kick, probably about 30 metres out, directly in front of goal. I've gone back to take the kick, and my the sole of my shoe, the outer sole, it was sort of just flapping off like this.
Like a fish.
Yeah, so I just decided to rip it off, and I threw it into the crowd, 5,000 strong crowd, and everyone's cheering, and then I'm like, left foot, right foot, which way do I go? And I'm asking the crowd, and everyone's chanting left, left, left. So I've gone and kicked it with my left, and it's gone through, and we've and not long after the siren sounded, and we've won the grand final. So. I might have put a little bit of mayo on that, but that's
the way
that's
all good
memory.
stories, mate. I bet it gets better every year.
Yeah, the fish gets bigger every time you tell the story.
Yeah,
So there's a little bit of that.
that's it.
Good stuff, mate.
What do you reckon, mate?
Mine's probably similar. It's probably a personal memory. 2011, playing at Redlands in the twos, captained the reserve side for the year, and we end up beating Southport. We were favourites to win the game, but internally we were a bit worried going into the game. We had a couple of our key players out, and we knew Southport had a couple come back from their seniors. And just the way we played all day was just fantastic. I just remember it specifically. I actually have it on film. I watch it every now and then. I won't watch it this week, mate. But no, just personally, just winning that game. I played off half back, and I played on an ex-AFL player that. Young Popey that he played for the Lions, and I remember just had an outstanding game, and then just to hold the cup up as captain was just, mate, something I'll never forget. But that's my grand final moment, mate. Nothing on the TV, but yeah, it was pretty good.
That's awesome. I think similar sort of vein. Mine goes back to the 2020 grand final, which I was sort of thrust into the coaching role, which we've obviously spoken about.
Didn't think this one would come up.
No, wouldn't have thought so. But I've actually got a few clips here, and obviously being the most recent grand final that we've been involved in, and missing out this weekend, I found myself as well watching it throughout the week, thinking of what could have been. So my first one coming up here. So Bay Power we played against, and they were 3 goals up, 3/4 time. It was a home game, so we were coming home with the crowd, and then. The first goal that we're going to see here is in the last quarter. It's by friend of the show, Freo. So he's infamously got his own pocket at our home ground, and as a really clutch sort of goal here, takes the mark in the pocket, steps back, knows that we're probably 2 goals down at this point, and he's got the crowd yelling in his ear, telling him left foot, right foot, whatever, and strolls straight into it. And then here we go, loads up, puts it out, lets the breeze take it back. And there we go. So Freo's pocket, and that was what sort of lived on in sort of club history, I think, after that goal. I haven't seen that before,
that was insane.
Yeah. I'm actually sitting just behind the goals there with my old man and a couple of my brothers, and I just remember thinking, bloody Freo. He does it every single time.
It was absolutely clutch. And then the next one I've got is actually the go-ahead goal in the last quarter. And this is from a bloke, Mitch Wright, Maxi's brother. He hadn't played footy at all until the start of this year. Comes out, he's very raw, but in the grand final, kicks 4 goals for the game, kicks 2 goals in the last quarter for a bloke that's never played before. Probably a little bit of a soft free kick here, but considering that he's never kicked a footy, being 40 metres out, slight angle, and just absolutely goes back here and seizes the moment. So I was pretty excited about that as well for a grand final memory, seeing a young bloke coming in and tearing it up in his first year.
Yeah.
So we'll just watch this one sail through the middle. Oh, spoiler alert, but yeah. Go ahead, goal.
What were you thinking as coach just here, mate? Do you reckon you had it in the bag at this stage when he kicks it, or?
Oh, mate, I gave that sign an absolute slapping after that goal. I think you're meant to keep your head screwed on a little bit up in the coach's box, but I almost bloody pushed the sign back into my old kneecap. So I was pretty stoked there. So going ahead, and then the last one, which caps it off, which is the siren goes. The crowd was pretty loud at this stage, so Bay Power working the ball up the ground. They were going into their forward 50, could have iced the game, and as we see here, get the ball on the outside, free flowing movement inside 50. But the siren goes probably when the footy's almost at the 50 mark, but no one actually heard it because the crowd was going crazy. I was slapping the coach's box like we're saying. So he gets it on the outside, real good run, open field ahead. Wheeler's going for the big lead. So I reckon probably about here. Siren sounds as he fists it. Couple of guys get excited. Bit of fist pumps here on the inside, but goes through, misses the goal that he thinks is going to put him in the grand final.
Diesel's
But
gonna kick it
personally,
in.
now everyone sees it. We got Wheeler in the centre of the goal square here, and bang, shot in the back of the neck. Absolutely beautiful. So that's got to be my absolute highlight, I reckon. 2020 grand final.
I've seen that before, I reckon, the Wheeler falling over.
Yeah, look.
I reckon he got shot there by the looks of that.
I'd be lying
Jesus.
if I said we didn't actually turn that into a GIF, and we've used that multiple times in the group chat. So, yeah, I think even after they beat us by 6 points for us to make the finals the other day, just to cheer the boys up, I said, just have a think, just remember, boys, and then bang, Wheeler going down. So, anyway, that was mine.
He was pretty quiet on the weekend, Wheeler, which was good for us. So
It would have been.
Yeah,
He kicked the first 4 goals in the game to bloody knock us out of the finals. So,
no, Nash kept him pretty quiet. He only kicked 1 for the game, but Wheeler might have only got 1, but Nash got the broken jaw. So
yeah.
1 for 1, but that's all right. We got through, so that's good.
Yep. No, I won't say anything about that. I've been told that strictly we won't talk about other teams. So.
G-rated.
But yeah, all good. Everyone's excited. You know, grand final coming up. There's a good buzz around the clubs, and everyone's looking forward to sort of coming out. So I've done one more thing, and trying to get a bit of content for this evening. But we've gone through. I've gone through the factory at work here, and I've asked a few of the boys what their opinions are. A little bit street talk-esque, and ask what they think is going to happen this week in the grand final. So we'll run a few of these clips and see what you reckon, guys. G'day, we've got Matty here. Matty, how you going?
Yeah, not too bad yourself.
Yeah, not too bad. So how many games of footy did you get to this year?
Almost made it to 1, so yeah, I'm pretty proud of that effort.
So with that awesome insight, do you reckon Tree is going to get 20 plus hitouts on the weekend?
Should do by about the third quarter, but you know me, I'm pretty hardcore into it, so yeah, I'd say you get up there.
What are your thoughts on the defection of Tyson and Woody from across the waves now playing for Brothers in a grand final?
It's a good question. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't like the sound of it, but no, good luck to them. That sounds, yeah, that's their choice.
Good insights there, mate. Righto, got Anthony here. Anthony, haven't really been involved too much in footy previously, but a bit of a technical question. Do you think the team with the most running bounces on the weekend are probably going to win?
No, they probably won't, because it'd be a try line, wouldn't it? Penalty or something?
AFL.
Yeah. So, being an apprentice boilermaker, Anthony, have you seen Brothers' goalposts?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, because I'll tell you, they are wonky as hell. Do you think that is going to play a role in who's going to win this weekend?
Well, if the wind's blowing the right way and they keep the ball right, it should help in some section.
I love it. Rightio, we've got Mark here out the front. Mark, how we going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Are you excited about the grand final this weekend?
I can't be any more excited.
That's the way, mate. So we've obviously got Hervey Bay Bombers versus Brothers in the seniors. Knowing absolutely nothing about either team or the season that we've just had, who do you think is going to win and why?
Probably Brothers, just because the Bombers have got the name Bombers and they're going to bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Mark, do you have any suggestions or why Across the Waves finished last this year and anything that you reckon we can work on for next season?
Having more players turn up would probably be a good start.
Mate, he knows all about it. Thanks very much, mate.
No worries, have a good one.
Righto, guys, we've got Mark here. How we going, Mark?
Not bad, thanks.
That's the way. So, Mark, being an Englishman, obviously preferred sport would be football. Have you got any sort of insights into the game this weekend and who you think might be winning?
Not really, but I will always go for the home team. So hopefully Bundaberg will beat those people in Hervey Bay.
There we go. Go for the home team. We've got lots of support for Brothers out here. I don't know why. So do you reckon the game's going to be won in the midfield, or do you think it's going to be a battle of Hervey Bay forwards versus Brothers defenders?
I really don't know. I just think it'll be a team effort.
All around the team? Yep, fair enough, mate. Have you got any further sort of insights on across the wave season. Obviously, you've seen me coming in here on Monday mornings pulling my hair out after we've been done by 100 points. What do you reckon the team can do next year to sort of pick up their chances a bit more?
They just got to work at it, mate. Just keep working, keep fit, and lots of practice.
Keep fit over the off season.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's right.
Thanks very much, Mark.
All right.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Right, I got Tyler here. Ty, have you got a prediction for the scoreline for this weekend's grand final?
Yeah, yep, I reckon it'll be 75-90 in favour of the underdogs.
Oh, the underdogs.
Always go for the underdogs.
Yeah, that'll be Brothers Bulldogs. So, do you reckon being on the home deck, they're going to have a bit more of an advantage, playing on the dry expanses of behind Coles Kensington?
Oh, you would hope so, and it really probably just depends on the energy of the crowd, I guess, and hopefully all their fans get behind them.
I think we're going to have a decent crowd, especially from across the waves, supporting on the sidelines. If you could have one sledge at someone having a shot at goal, what do you reckon you'd go with?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to say, mate, the wind's blowing left. The wind's blowing left. Kick her hard right and hope it hooks back in, mate.
I personally like there's chewy on your boot, but I'm also happy with yours. Good work, Ty.
Oh, jeez. Well done.
Good chat from the boys at the barrier.
That was good.
So obviously the lads picking the Bulldogs. Yeah,
It's good to hear, mate.
good omen. you
Yeah,
reckon?
it's good, mate.
I reckon you'll be hearing a fair bit of it's going left. It's going left. So yeah. Anyway, knocked it over. First segment done. Live. Didn't swear. Didn't offend anyone. So we're
Yes.
going okay so far. We're going to shoot over to a break, and when we come back, we'll get the Harvey Bay guys on telly and have a bit of a chat about this weekend's granny. Good work, guys.
Well, thank you.
The more people told us that it was too dangerous to travel in Russia, the more we wanted.
Anyone getting like
Still
sound?
Yeah, but it's playing, but it's playing like
playing
15 seconds
once.
after.
Oh, we're going to need it for the next one.
They'll take away from
It did prove to be harder and more interesting and rewarding. There's so much more to nomadic culture.
You faced a lot of challenges.
Minus 52 in the winter, it was 40 degrees in the summer. On the 5th day of the journey, my horses were stolen. But that night, I got the fire going, I tried to stay up all night, and I was suddenly terrified. From Moscow, it was a fax that came through.
Yep.
And you have this feeling that suddenly there is no boundary.
Over 50, over 60, over 70. So what? Yes!
Hey, welcome back, team. Good to see you. So yeah, we got stingers, we got ads now. It's all happening here in the Widebay. So get excited. Hopefully you tune into the ITV and all the shows that they've got going for them. So we'll see a few of those popping up throughout the evening. But I think now we'll get into the sort of guts of it, of what we're here for, and we're going to throw over onto Zoom. We got Lockie from Harvey Bay. Who's coming on for us, and we'll have a bit of a chat about this week's granny.
There he is.
There he is.
G'day, Lock. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very
good.
well, thank you. How we feeling after the week off?
Yeah, fresh. Really fresh, actually. I'm glad we didn't have to play on the weekend, and it's a pretty solid game. So yeah, we're glad we missed that one, and yeah, ready to go in the grand final.
Half your luck, mate.
Well, I reckon, yeah, we probably probably owe me a beer, I'd say, for bringing our side down for the last round for you, to give you a little bit of a run yourself into the run yourself in with a bit of a training drill for us on the last round. So thanks for coming on, mate, and we'll have a bit of a yarn about the upcoming weekend. So obviously, Griff and brothers coming up against Hervey Bay Bombers in the senior game this weekend, which is going to be played at Brothers Home Ground. What is that called?
Brothers Bulldogs at Kensington, I guess. I don't know. We don't really have a name for our ground.
The Kennel.
The Kennel?
The Kennel.
Yeah, whatever.
Rightio. If you're going to try and get there, just look up the Kennel on Google.
Fairclough Crescent.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, Lockie, mate, how have you prepared during the week? And with the team, have you guys had a bit of a practice session over the weekend, or just went down and watched Brothers and Bay Power bash themselves up in the prelim?
Yeah, we spoke about doing a practice run on Saturday, but we ended up pulling the pin on that because we had that many buys during the season. We thought, we haven't done this once all year, and it's sort of worked for us. So, we just went through a natural routine, went up to footy, had a couple of beers with each other as a group, and just watched them sort of battle each other, and got ready for this weekend.
That's good, mate. Yeah, it's been working for you, obviously undefeated all year. That's something obviously you can hang your hat on. Same as last year, I think you're undefeated premiers. Hopefully we can ruin the party on Saturday, mate. But obviously whatever you're doing as a footy club's really working. So I wouldn't be changing too much personally.
What do you think, mate, the hallmark of the season's been for you guys, and how have you managed to maintain your good form throughout the year?
I think we've just been lucky with the depth we've had all year. We've had a lot of blokes miss a lot of games through injury, especially our sort of better players. So I think they've missed a lot of games all separated throughout the year. And just the depth coming up, we've got a lot of young blokes and a lot of new blokes come to the club, and a few ex-players come back. We've probably been just lucky enough that we've had the depth the whole way through, and I think that's kept us in good stead.
Lockie, how do you reckon the nerves are travelling for you?
Right now, they're more nervous than ever. I'll obviously be nervous on game day, but I'm pretty nervous doing this at the moment. But we'll just slowly tick through to Saturday morning, and then once we get going, hopefully they disappear.
Obviously, the plan would be to start well. I think every team would want to start well on a grand final. And how do you do that against Brothers, mate? I mean, I'm not going to say any trade secrets or anything, but how are you looking to start the game?
Probably, obviously, one of your biggest strengths in Brothers, you've got a really good midfield. You've got Tree, you've got really good on balls, but then you've got on top of us a couple of times in the first quarter, the last couple of games. So we're really wary of that. We just got to sort of knuckle down early on and try and stamp the authority early on. But obviously we're very aware that your midfield is probably top in the league, to be honest. We're sort of rated very highly, so we're just got to man up, play our game, and hopefully get on top early and continue on.
No, it should be a good matchup, mate. I think the midfield is better when I'm not in there, to be honest. But I think Dunny and Briscoe, they're two quality players, mate. So I think it's going to be a really good matchup on the weekend. It's going to be a good midfield battle, and I'm actually looking forward to it.
So Lockie, obviously a bit of a veteran for the Bombers. Were you around last time the team was undefeated throughout the whole season going into a grand final?
Last year I was, obviously, but not beforehand, no. So I've heard stories about it, but no. Other than last year when we won and undefeated, but early on I've heard a few stories, and also it was pretty disappointing from what I've heard.
Hopefully, mate, you can use that as a little bit of a something to drive you guys through. Obviously, with that hurt for the guys, obviously that don't know, 2014, Hervey Bay undefeated throughout the whole season, and came up against a across the wave side in the grand final, which they were definitely meant to sort of just coast through and win, and we ended up knocking them over. So just a little bit of history there in the comp. So hopefully it doesn't repeat for you this weekend, Lockie, mate.
Hopefully not.
Oh, you probably picked up on Jimmy. Jimmy loves the waves, mate. Any chance he gets.
Look, I'll be the first one to say I definitely have a cross the waves bias. All right, so
show us your shirt.
Hey, oh yeah, we got a nice little shirt on here, across the waves. So that's the closest we're getting to a grand final this year.
Lockie, I've got a question for you. It's Friday night pre-game grand final dinner. Philip, what are you putting in your belly? What's your pre-game food? For me, last Friday night before our prelim, it was 15 beers and 8 pieces of the dirty chook, KFC. Didn't go so well. We're not playing on Saturday, but what's your dinner of choice, Lockie?
As a lot of people have known, I'm a pretty big boy, so I'll probably be doing the same thing, to be honest. But probably not as many beers. So yeah, probably some sort of takeaway, and get a good feed in my belly before the weekend.
Yeah, very good. So it's the grand final. The grand final siren. It's gone. It's sounded. You guys have a shot to win the game after the siren. Who's kicking the goal for you? Who's the man that you're putting up to kick the goal?
You're always going to say yourself, but I'd be too nervous. You'd probably go back and sort of a tell for young Benny Holland. He's probably our best goal kicker this year, but really good young kid who's got great skills. He'd probably put him up there, to be honest, and have the shot and back him in most days of the week. Yeah,
definitely. And who's not kicking the goal?
I'll say that. It's definitely not going to be Hickey.
Yes, not Louis, probably. Captain Louis is probably the last one. He obviously saw that last round. They gave it to him 10 seconds ago and he hit the post from dead in front, so probably not him.
Very good. Now, we heard before Jimmy was talking about a few sledges. What's the best sledge you've heard on the footy field this year? I heard a good one earlier this year. I won't repeat it. Maybe I will later. But give me a good sledge that you've heard this year, Lockie. That's sort of rattled you a little bit. Anything? Or maybe one that you've given yourself?
Well, I'm not that witty, so I probably cop them more than anything else. But nothing really sticks to mind other than Fatty at the back, which is what I get in most games for obvious reasons. So, but nothing that springs to mind that stands out that well.
Yeah, nice.
I just keep getting told I'm too old, so that's all I get. No, you're too old. Give it away.
When are you going to listen to them?
Yeah, I should start listening to them actually.
Hey, so anyway, we've obviously got Griff here as well. So throwing it back to you, mate. What do you reckon the key is to winning the game on the weekend? Obviously, you've seen each other a fair bit throughout the year, but how are you going to do it?
Personally, I just reckon just clearances. I reckon just that contested footy at the stoppages. I think whoever can get on top. Like he said, we got a good midfield, but they've got just as talented. So I reckon it's just that midfield battle. I think both ends of the ground are mashed up pretty evenly. So whoever can win that contested footy and that centre bounce, get the footy in early, I reckon's going to have a better chance at winning the game.
Yeah,
all over the ground. It's just got to win.
Any players in particular that I know Grogan likes to sort of put a little bit of pressure on individual players and give a few guys a few different roles. Have you got any that you're going to be paying any extra attention to?
No, we spoke about a couple of their players, but we're going to change things up just a little bit. I won't reveal too many of the trade secrets, but we've sort of figured out Harvey Bay a little bit throughout the year, so we're going to try and play a certain way, and we've talked about a couple of their players, like Ricky Dunn. He's just a beast, mate. He's hard to tackle. He gets a lot of the footy, so we're going to keep a close eye on him. I don't know if we'll tag him yet, but he's one of the players we don't want the footy in their hands. So no, we're not going to change too much. We're just going to internally talk about a couple of things that we want to do on the day, and hopefully it works for us.
Yeah. Obviously, being a brothers' home game for a grand final, that's got to give you guys a fair bit of a lift. You would have thought. With the home crowd, and obviously you're going to be expecting a pretty decent crowd out there. Yeah,
yes and no. Harvey Bay are undefeated, and we know that. So it's not really the crowd that's going to do it. We got to come out and we got to play some good footy. Otherwise, if we dish up what we dish up last week against Bay Power, we're going to get smashed, to be honest. So the crowd, obviously that'll get everyone up and about, but we got to play decent footy. We got to put our head over the footy and just do the work. It's 4 quarters, and like we speak about, like it's 1 point per quarter. Win each quarter, and you win 4 points, you win the game. So. That's what we're going. The crowd helps, and being at home's obviously a big boost as well. But we got to play well. You just have to play well, otherwise, you can't rely on anything else. But your footy's got to do the talking.
Yeah. So Lockie, don't know if you get the Bundy forecast down there, mate, but I'll give you a little bit of a heads up. Chance of a little bit of rain coming for us for this weekend. So do you reckon that's going to help you guys, or do you reckon that's going to play in the hands of brothers?
We've probably been lucky enough this year against them. We've had a couple of wet games and we've got on top of them, but not by big margins each time. So, I don't know if it's going to play into either's hands, but I think it's just going to be a solid game because they've got some very hard footballers, and so do we. So I think just whoever gets that footy first and uses it well, and obviously converts is the big thing in the wet weather. you're obviously going to come out on top. So hopefully that's us, and yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think we're solid teams each way.
I hope it bloody doesn't rain, mate, to be honest. Too old to play in the wet.
No, I love it. There's nothing better than a hard-fought grand final, bit of slippery conditions and seeing the big bodies going in hard. So
80% chance of 8 mil, mate, in case you didn't know.
I thought you weren't giving away the trade secrets.
That's the weather forecast. You can Google it. So. But no, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, no, I reckon, obviously, it's going to be it's the two best sides going at it at the last weekend. So, it's what the comp deserves. And obviously, the other couple of games, Lockie, you've got Harvey Bayer in the 17s and also the reserves, mate. So
and 12s and 14s.
And the 12s and 14s.
All 5 games.
With the sweep. So it's obviously been a massive year for you guys down there. So there'll be some good is there going to be any selection issues coming in? Like there are a few boys that are pushing up for those last few spots on the day?
Definitely. We've still sat down last night for probably another half an hour after training and spoke. We've got a few things we'd like to sort of put into place, but we don't know if we're going to go that way yet, just to match up better for brothers. But it's going to be hard decisions. Probably 1 or 2 blokes going to miss out, unfortunately. But we're probably lucky enough our 2s are playing. They're undefeated as well. So no matter what, he'll get a game if he does get dropped. But there's going to be a hard decision tomorrow night, definitely.
It's probably a good thing that you got the reserves in there as well. So those guys that don't actually make the senior squad can go back and hopefully win one in the reserves. So
yeah, has it been done? Did you guys do it? The 5 of them?
Yeah, we did it 2010. We won every grade, 12s through to seniors. I think Harvey Bay have done it as well. They might have done it last year. I think, believe it. I can't remember, mate.
Last year,
I've been wrong that many times on this show. So
it's also one of my favourite things as well. When you go for the big stat out of the back pocket and it doesn't come off. But
did you guys win every grade last year, Lockie?
Yeah, I think we did. Even the girls. So we actually got 6 from 6.
I thought you did. So.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be surprised.
I'm there, mate.
You'd be surprised how short my memory is when it doesn't involve something I'm doing. So, no, that's awesome, mate. Well, what do you reckon, guys? Any other?
Well, I guess the main question, the most important question is Saturday afternoon comes. We've won the grand final, Griffo or Lockie. It's going to be one of you two guys. What are we filling the Premiership Cup with? What are we drinking? Is it beer? Is it Goonbag? Is it Black Sambuca? What's the poison of choice? And are we going to do the Cameron Smith and maybe see how many cans of beer the Premiership Cup holds? And Jimmy, you might even know the answer to that question already, I reckon. Just quietly.
Look, boys, if the cup breaks, then you're welcome to come and grab one of ours anyway. So.
We've got a few, so. No, I'll put Canadian Club in it, to be honest. I don't mind that drop, mate, to be honest. But Krebsy better put them on for free. I'm not going to lie. I'm not paying for them.
What about Mad Monday? What happens there? You got any plans?
Don't know.
Any
I've got to work,
planned?
actually.
Oh, no.
Father's Day's on Sunday, so...
Very true. Got to think about that.
What are you guys drinking, Lockie? What are you going to put in it, mate, if you win?
Yeah, if you do get up, we'll probably put everything in it. Everything we can find, to be honest. So,
attaboy.
Yeah. There's no worse job than a bus driver taking a grand final team back down to their hometown, I reckon.
You guys getting a bus? Are you bringing up a bus?
No, they actually pulled the pin on that because a lot of blokes have young families. They wanted to go up together. So if we do get up, we're going to jump in the cars, take off as quick as we could. If we did win,
bring the wife, mate.
Straight away.
Bring the missus.
Cars and then straight back and celebrate if we can.
Yeah, bring someone that can drive you home, mate. That's my advice.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, guys. Obviously, there's no better feeling than when that siren goes. If you're in front and you're having your supporters and your teammates and your family and that running on the ground. So one of you guys is going to get to taste that on the weekend and the other one's going to be bitterly disappointed. So best of luck, I guess, to both of you. And hopefully the game is played in good spirit and it's a good showcase for the competition in the Widebay. So it's going to be really good.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, cheers very much, Lockie, for coming on, mate. Obviously, well, hopefully we'll see more of you guys coming on and supporting the comp. And best of luck for the weekend. Hopefully, jag a couple and bring home the win. I've actually got the Bombers jocks on. I was going to show them, but I've got the Bombers jocks on, mate. So I'm thinking the boys after a big year are going to get the job done. So
it's going to be a good game. Looking
good
forward
luck,
to
boys.
it.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Should be fun.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Lockie. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Awesome stuff. So, yeah, after the break, guys, we're going to get into the handball comp as we always do, but I think I might even take a back seat this one and see if anyone from the audience wants to see if they can knock us off. I know Nimmo's resting up there on top of the ladder, so we'll get into that after the break, team, and stick around.
You must have been born to do this.
Zed Nasheed.
Zed Nasheed.
Zed Nasheed is not your average real estate agent. Zed's creative concepts come to him the moment he walks into a property.
We were born and brought up in war zone.
Everyone knows Australia's a land of opportunity, so we started with basically zero.
This industry is all about people. People buy you first before they buy the product.
Tell me a little bit about your philosophy on that fear is a state of mind.
It's about living life with your own terms and becoming fearless because that's what life is supposed to be.
If it's not sold, it's not sold.
I think it's time we discuss the elephant in the room.
Ease up, mate. Ben hasn't put on that much weight.
I meant Ben's contract.
I'm very happy here. At the moment. At the moment. Ben, this is the business. Alright, tough negotiation. You got it? Right. Mr. Hammond, I've sat on that side of the desk, and I know how it makes you feel. So, you write down how much you think Ben's worth. And that's what we think of that.
Wow, this is a community station. A family station, alright? There's no room for grandstanding.
Hey, do you want Ben to go the same way Rove did? You bungled him right out of this bloody station.
I wasn't even here when Rove was.
Hang on, let's talk about a compromise, hey? Compromises are for losers, mate. Are you a loser? No.
Both of you get out. Ben, you're fired.
Fired? 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 You know what I think about you firing Ben, hey? This will do just nicely.
What happened to tough negotiations?
Shut up, mate, alright? Take what you can get. You're a loser.
Rightio. Welcome back to the Footy Show. I think we're running on time, to be honest. I think we're going okay. So we're getting into everyone's third favourite segment, the handball comp for tonight. So we've got a few. It's going to be run a little bit different tonight. We've got Jules, we've got Fevolution, and we've got Joshy Hayho with Nimmo and Griffo. All right, so got a few in there, but because it's live, we're going to ask for some audience participation here. I want to hear what you reckon. Call it out, call the number, and then someone in the background needs to give me the end number as well. So someone put the hand up. Yeah, we got a school teacher back here. We'll bring him in at the end for the calculation. All right. Sweet. So basically, what we do: 5 handballs on the right, 5 handballs on the left. We'll go through them all. All right, and then obviously Nimmo, returning champion, back tonight. So everyone's excited to see the big man in action. 82. That is the total to beat. Okay, Jules?
What do I get if I hit the middle?
10.
Yes.
Just send it straight through the middle.
All right, we'll do our best.
Right, start us off then, Jules. Let's go.
Am I starting from here or from closer?
No, that's the under 12s line there.
Hey, women's gets a smaller ball. Nope.
5, we're calling it?
5.
Oh!
Yay!
There we go.
See, I'm warming up now.
That's it. Feeling good now. Getting into rhythm.
2 left.
2 to go.
Nope.
You'll be able to show JB this.
Calling that a 5.
I reckon that was a 6 in between. Oh no.
And that's a 7 to finish off. Rightio, good start so far. What have we got there?
34.
34.
Is that
Pretty good to start.
Who's next?
Here we go.
We're going the white pill.
Go on the white footy. Fevolution here with his RM.
Please.
7 to start.
Nearly broke the board too. Jeez.
Oh, that's all right.
7 again.
Consistent.
It is. I'll get that for you, big
Thanks.
fella.
Thanks.
I know you're a bit hard on the walking. Oof. Last one here. Let's shoot one through. There he goes.
Finish with a bang.
Good finish. 38. 38. Rightio.
Hey, you're cheating with your calculator.
Rightio, Taddy. All 7. Nice solid handball there. Back pocket player at across the waves. Oh, that's borderline. 5 we're going. Oh, definitely 5. 7. Gets his own footy back. Love to see it.
Handball
7
received.
again.
You're up, mate.
31 for Tadpole. Not too bad. Get it on the boot next time under pressure. Oh, Nim. Straight through the guts to start off with. Ominous start.
Can't pick it up, Nimmo.
Jeez. Grip work.
Those hammies are a bit tight.
Oh, I think the point of the ball 7, yeah. Got away with it. That's a 7.
Trouble early. Oh,
that's a 5. And 10 to finish.
Very good.
Very good.
39 is the lead.
39 takes the lead by 1 so far. Was that your opposite hand, Nimmo?
No.
Thought it would have been, to be honest, but
good start.
That's all right, mate.
Someone's moved the
It's a 7.
Been a couple of weeks since I've done this.
Oh, 7 again.
Thanks, mate.
Lovely. There he goes. Just getting into his groove.
Better left-handed. I'm not. Just getting in Nimmo's head.
36.
36. Who's up? There we go. That's first 5 down. Rightio. So leading so far, Nimmo.
39.
39.
Reigning champ.
All right. Half time. Swap them over. Jules.
Left.
Yep. Left-handed. Let's go.
Hang on, you probably...
Can
you can come up to the... We'll allow it, surely.
That's it. 7 to start. 7 again.
Getting close.
3 in a row.
Come on. This is the one.
Finish off. Round it out.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. 5 7s. 35 plus 34. Is that what? 69.
Well done.
Get around it. Oh, Grego. Nice.
7.
That's all 7.
Go off 7, yeah.
7.
7 again.
Jesus, Grego.
Bit of aggression. Robbery.
Unlucky.
35.
35 again. What do we end up with for Grego?
73.
73.
Hi, Grego.
He's hit the lead so far. What are we calling it back there? 5.
Is this a reflection of Jimmy's coach in the left hand, mate?
I'm not a skills person, I just hit the ball hard.
Good spot.
7.
Hey, there we go. That was 5.
Oh,
there we go. Well done, Taddy. 27 on that one. Just stick to the 2 metre handballs. Give it to the blokes with the good skills, eh? Stay on Nims. What do we got for Taddy overall?
58.
58. So we got Jules second and Fev first, Tadpole third, unfortunately. Here we go, Nim.
Focus.
Oh, 7 through the gate.
Hey.
Ooh, and 10. Good start.
To the crowd's quiet.
They've died off a bit. You meant to say the score, team, not just yell.
Got him up and about.
Right,
on that one.
What was that?
38 plus 2, no, we got 77.
77. He can't get to his great feat from earlier in the season, but Griffo's still a chance here. Not if he dishes up those pies.
Yeah, 7 good.
Hey. Feeling good.
You're on, mate.
That's a good chat from Nimmo.
Yes.
2 to go.
You a lefty?
Nah, not actually. I should be.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. Hang on. I want to know
Score check.
what's he up to.
We're at 74. 74 in total.
Or if you get a 10, you go all-time score.
Is this your last one?
No pressure though.
Yeah, last one.
Ooh.
Kick a goal after the siren. Nah.
Oh, 7.
Coming, Nimmo, I'm coming.
Well done.
Hopefully Griffo doesn't perform under pressure like that on Saturday.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. Yeah, I'll get in here then, team. Bring it in.
Well done, mate. First live show.
First live show. Like I said, didn't swear. We're going all right. Everyone's put in a good effort. So
Did it?
yeah, awesome work, team. I reckon, like we said, best of luck to everyone playing this week, not just in the Wide Bay, but all around Queensland and Australia. If you're in the granny, good luck. If you're on Silly Sunday and Mad Monday, hopefully you guys win. So when we see you out at the pub later, you're all in good mood. And
Hopefully.
Who wants to do it?
Jules can do it.
Jules?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
No.
Jules.
Yes.
This is for next year, right?
Okay.
You just look down the camera and you say, "Get to training."
Get to training.
Well done, mate.
Cheers. Good on Nims.
Well done, boys. Good.
Cheers, team.
Lovely.
Well done for coming
Thanks,
out.
guys.
Thanks, Jules.
Roll and stinger.